Okay, alright. So what's up, dears? Alright, so for this video, what we're going to show you is, again, your gelatin digestion test. Okay, so for gelatin digestion test, it's used to detect proteolytic activity, diba? So we detect the enzyme trypsin, alright, and it indicates usually if your pancreas is working well or if nag-release ba siya sakto ng mga enzymes, okay? Alright, so what we need is, again, you have distilled water, your test tube kung asay butang tong imong stool suspension and gelatin, 5% sodium bicarbonate, okay? You have your Nesco film, alright, or parafilm, and then you have, of course, graduated cylinders for measuring. And then you have a container kung asa ta magamaog suspension sa stool, 1 gram of stool to 9 ml of distilled water, and your gelatin, of course, it's still quite hot, okay, and your stool specimen, okay? All right. So we'll now proceed to the procedure. So I've already made our suspension, no? Stool suspension. Again, 9 ml of distilled water plus 1 gram of your stool sample, and then mix it well to form a homogeneous suspension, okay? Next, you get your Pasteur pipette, okay? Alright, ayan, Pasteur pipette, and you get 1 ml of this, okay? Although I know that it's not prescribed to use a Pasteur pipette for this, but you know, it's stool. Alright, so put it in your labeled tube, alright? Okay? After, you now get another Pasteur pipette, okay? Alright? And you put 1 ml of your sodium bicarbonate. Okay? Alright? So 1 ml. Okay, 1 ml. Alright? Okay? Alright? Okay? Okay? Okay, and then another Pasteur pipette, alright, for your gelatin. So I think this is okay na. Alright, and 2 ml of the gelatin. Okay, 2 ml. Of the gelatin. Okay. Alright, ayan, 2 ml of the gelatin. Okay. Alright. Tapos, you get your parafilm, okay? And, again, how we use the parafilm, okay? Okay. Okay, cover. And cover. Okay. And then invert to mix. 1, 2. Okay. Alright. Now, we incubate this for an hour at 37 degrees Celsius or 2.5 hours at room temperature. And then afterwards, we'll check. After incubating, we put it in the refrigerator na pod for 10 minutes. For 20 minutes pala. Okay. Alright.
1 hour later.
Okay, all right. So now we have here our tube once again. So after again 1 hour of incubation at 37 degrees Celsius, or again 2.5 hours at room temperature, and then after incubation, you put it in the refrigerator again for 20 minutes so that mugahi siya. All right. So we'll now examine it. Okay. So again, you examine the tube and try to tilt it. Okay. All right. So as you can see, our tube or the mixture remained liquid, okay, so it did not solidify. So which means again that the patient is having, or the patient's trypsin is working well, and the patient's pancreas is also still working properly, okay? Because again, the negative test for this negative result rather for this test is the mixture now solidifies because again of the absence of trypsin, okay? So again, the positive for trypsin, positive test for trypsin is again the mixture remains liquid, as you can see in this tube, and negative for trypsin if the mixture solidified, which means again that walay trypsin na naka hydrolyze or naka break down sa gelatin natong giad, okay? And again, this is your gelatin digestion test. It's a test for your fecal proteolytic activity. Okay, and it determines usually pancreatic insufficiency or the absence of pancreatic enzymes, which are important in digestion. Okay.